Hi guys, this is Miriam Cutelis, and today we're going to be talking about different types of collage. And I'm going to first have you look at several pieces of collage, and then I'm going to give you your assignment. So the piece that you're looking at right here, we are going to talk about this one first, and I'm going to ask you a question. The question is, what do you see? What do you see when you look at this collage? When I look at this collage, I see lots of really brilliant colors, and I see that the artist used different types of paper, like this one looks like it's actually tape, and use different kinds of materials too, maybe oil pastel, maybe some paint, and then also I see that they overlap their shapes. My second question is, what does this piece make you think of? When I look at this piece, I think of candy or like a bowl of some kind of really sweet candy or like a city somewhere that's really busy because all these colors are everywhere. So what do you think about when you see this piece? My third question is, what does this piece make you wonder? Um, when I first saw this, I wondered who the artist was, whether, sometimes, um, kids like to rip up paper. So it made me wonder how old the artist was. Um, what does it make you wonder? Let's look at a different piece. Okay. So here there is another collage, and again, there's a collage is an artwork that uses paper, glue, sometimes scissors, sometimes just your fingers. So let's look at this. Um, and what do you see? When I look at it, I see lots of big shapes, but also really tiny and thin shapes. I also see a lot of brown being used and very few of other colors. So what do you see when you look at this artwork? What do you see? My second question is, what does this artwork make you think of? What do you think about when you look at it? Hmm. When I look at it, I think of just something really busy. Like there's a lot of lines that are going everywhere. It just feels like a really busy space. So, what does it make you think of when you look at it? And again, no answer is wrong in these questions, because what you see is what you see. So what does this piece make you think of? Okay. Now, my third question is, what does this piece make you wonder? Um, what does this piece make you wonder about? Um, One thing that when I first saw this compared to the other collage piece is it makes me wonder what kind of scissors they use because some of these really thin pieces are really hard to cut. I know because I've tried to do that. Um, so that's what it made me wonder. And it also made me wonder, are these like the brown paper bags that you get in the supermarket? Because that's what they kind of look like to me. So, what does it make you wonder when you look at this collage? All right, we're going to be looking at another piece. Oops, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so here is another collage, And what do you see now? Again, this is also a collage, and it's artwork where you use paper and glue to put them together. And obviously this one used scissors. So what do you see? I see lots of really bright colors. And I also see that some of these shapes are overlapped. Overlapped means when you put one on top of another. What do you see? And what else do you see? Now, my second question is, what does this make you think of? Like, what does this artwork make you think of? Again, your answer can't be wrong because it's really what comes up in your head when you look at it. And that's what happens when we look at any artwork, and none of those answers are wrong. So for me, what I think about when I see this piece of artwork is I think of like the ocean or those plants from the ocean, especially this shape right here. Um, and so it makes me think of that. What does it make you think of? So my last question is, what do you wonder about when you see this piece? It's got to be some things that pop up in your head and you wonder about when you see this piece. Um, for me, I wonder about these matching pieces here. Um, I wonder if he used a folded piece of paper and cut that shape, and that's why they look identical. And then I wonder about like these two pieces and whether they actually go into each other like a puzzle. What do you wonder about? Okay, so we're going to look at one more piece, one more collage, and what do you see here? What I see is I see a lot of different, really colorful papers, and I see a really bright pink background. And I see this paper right here, which I'm wondering if it's doily. Um, I see lots of overlapping shapes together. And I also see, I like paint, it looks like in the back, some kind of paint. What do you see when you look at this piece? Now, what does this piece make you think of? When I look at this piece, I think of people, and I think it, it kind of reminds me of like babies wrapped up in a blanket. Definitely people, though. I'm not sure how old they are, but I definitely a lot of people. You know, at least one, two, three, four, five, six people, maybe. What does it make you think of? And it's okay if you feel the same way. You can just, you know, definitely feel the same way about it. Um, and my last question is, what does this piece make you wonder? You know, is there anything when you're looking at it, what does it make you wonder about the piece? What it makes me wonder is, are these painted papers like bought in the store? Or did the artist like paint them and decorate them and then let them dry and then use them? Because they kind of remind me of the ones that I've seen at the store. Or are they from like a magazine? Um, and it makes me wonder if in fact they are people. Um, so there. So let's move up to the assignment part of this lesson. And today you're going to make a collage. And I had this lesson in English and in Spanish. I'm sorry, I had this lesson in Spanish. And in Spanish, collage is spelled with one L. But in English, collage has two L's. And the papers found around your home. So I wanted to give you an assignment that you can easily do at home. And all of us have a lot of paper at home, even though we don't think so. And they don't have to be blank paper. It's kind of more exciting, even if they're written on, or maybe the list from the supermarket, maybe a receipt. So there's papers everywhere. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of hunt around your house looking for paper. You can go to the recycling bin. You can go to the magazine. You can find maybe there's like mail that your family got that you no longer need. You're going to go get all of that, and you're going to use either a scissor or your fingers. Here, I'm going to show you a little drawing, a little image. And this shows how what your finger looks like cutting the paper. And what you're going to do is use your pinching fingers, and this hand will go away from you, and the other hand will go towards you. And that's how you tear paper. And what's fun about tearing paper is that the pieces look really interesting, and they're not like these straight edges. So if you want something with a jagged edge or not a perfect edge, you would definitely be using your hands. So you can use your hands as a tool or a scissor as a tool to create your pieces. So you're going to be making a collage using sort of this salad of paper that you have found, and put it on a surface. And again, if you don't have like clean piece of paper to glue it on, you feel free to use like cut the back of a cereal box. That's another really good source in which to make your collage. So and go back and look at the images from the video. Use those as inspiration. And remember, in art, there's no such thing as copying. It's called inspiration. So you are going to be looking at other people's artwork to kind of borrow these ideas and then mix them up and make your own new project with it. So I'm really excited to see what you make. Please, please, please send me an image of it. Share it. I love to see all my students' work, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy making your art, your own collage.